Hey, peace. What's up, guys? This is your big brother, Big Mike, checking in, RealTalkTV. Hope you guys are having a blessed day, and thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. Shout out to all the subscribers, man. Thank you guys so much for your subscriptions. Thank y'all for liking the videos, leaving comments. Let me know what y'all thought on the videos. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, man, who show love. Shout out to the haters, too. You know what I'm saying? Can't live without haters. You feel me? Anyway, if you're not subbed to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell icon, like button, hit me up in the comments, and also share the video. Lastly, if you'd like to support the channel via memberships or donations, the description for that is down below. It's not required, but greatly appreciated. And like I say all the time, the more you do for me, the more I can do for y'all, all right? Anywho, let's get into the video topic, guys. Now, keep in mind, this is a lengthy email. So if you don't have the patience or the time, I get it. But this can help a lot of people. A lot of people can resonate with this one. This one is from Surfer Girl. Shout out to you, Surfer Girl. Much love to you and your family. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for the video topic request. I appreciate you. But Surfer Girl writes me in the email. She says, "Hi, Big Mike. My name is Surfer Girl, and I am 25 years old. I am college educated and work full-time in finance. I do consider myself a very reasonable adult. The past year, I have started dating a 28-year-old man who is also college educated, working, and responsible. We are each other's first, so we are learning as we grow in our relationship. He rents an apartment and is trying to find a house. We do not live together as a couple. Good on you. My mother is a single mother who has never been married. She primarily did that for my sister and I, just so men are not coming in and out of our lives." Hey, props to your mom for that, man. Because a lot of single mothers, they will stop at nothing to keep a man in their life, even if it means having strange men around their daughters, man. So shout out to your mom for that. Where was I? Okay. She has been engaged twice as a young adult, but they were called off for unknown reasons, which isn't any of my business anyhow. My mother is a snowbird and comes down to Florida every winter. I live in her condo and I pay her rent to do so. It is very difficult having her here during the winter because she doesn't have much friends here to keep her busy after 4:30 p.m., meaning she doesn't have people to hang out with at nighttime. She indirectly wants me to be home every other night. It makes me feel guilty and obligated. She says I do not need to be at my boyfriend's every other night after work. This means I need to split my time with both of them 6 months out of the year for as long as I live at home. I understand that I am an adult and can make my own decisions. However, I choose to have a peaceful / relationship environment with my mom rather than turning the other way. Also, when she comes down for the winter, she gives zero notice until hours before and will ask for a ride home from the airport. I'm a grown adult with a schedule. I do not intend to move in with my boyfriend until there is some engaged commitment, which has already been expressed to my partner. My goal is to be moved out of the house by 27, whether it is on my own, in my own condo / house, or whether it is with my partner in a owned, not rented place. I am not rushing anything. My partner has been very, very patient and is willing to do what it takes. He was born and raised Catholic and is dating to marry. I typically feel like an average man would not put up with this format. I am very close to my mother and I am just not sure what to do. She almost doesn't want to let me go. My mother has heart problems, getting older, etc., so I understand making and spending time is important. I guess my question would be, what advice do you have for this type of situation? I typically get different opinions. I respect both of them, and I want to keep both of them happy and fair. Thank you, Big Mike. Surfer Girl. Wow, so I have a lot to say on this topic. Shout out to you again, Surfer Girl, for that video topic request. Thank you for reaching out. But I've not experienced this much myself at all, but I've seen it a lot. And sometimes parents, whether they realize they're doing it or not, they can become a roadblock to your path to happiness. Not saying that's your mom at all. But like I said, some people do it knowingly, some unknowingly. And I perceive that your mom just may be lonely. Like you said, she don't have anybody to hang out with after 4:30 p.m. She don't have anybody to hang out with in the nighttime except you. You know, so she's lonely. She's single. I don't know how old she is exactly. You didn't specify that, but the older you get, the harder it is to find friends, especially if you're single. It can get pretty lonely at times. So I can understand that from her perspective. I don't think that she means anything negative. I think she probably means well, but she just, again, she's just lonely. Loneliness can be hard to deal with for a lot of people. And she may long for someone, but right now that's not the case. So you fill up a lot of her time when she comes down to Florida because she has no one else. So understandably, I can see where your mom is coming from with that. But at the same time, she has to understand you have a life. You have other obligations. You're not a kid, like you said in your email. You're a 25-year-old grown woman. You have a life. You have a life you have to keep in balance, that you have to maintain. Other people in your life, that matter to you as well. So that's something your mom is going to have to understand. Maybe have a respectful talk with her and let her know, Mom, I love you. I want to spend as much time with you as I can, but I can't always satisfy you. Sometimes I have to do what I want. And she has to understand that. And if she don't, quite frankly, all you can do is the best you can. I'm not saying shun your mom or completely disregard her, not saying that. But again, she has to understand that you have a life that you have to maintain. You cannot please everybody all the time. Sometimes, but not all the time. And your mom means a lot to you, as I'm sure she does. But I'm sure so does your boyfriend. He means a lot to you as well. And that's somebody who, from what I can read in your email, you're looking to marry one day. So you got to balance it out. It may not always be equal, but try to do the best you can. That's all you can do. And whoever don't understand that you cannot always, come running at their beck and call, that's their problem. It's not yours. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You have a life to maintain, and you can't keep everybody happy all the time, like I said. But it could be other reasons for that as well. Not saying this is your mom again, but I've seen it a lot in other parents. But it's possible this could be the case. Possible, all right? I've seen parents envy their children's success in the area where they may have fallen short. For example, your mother or your father may have never got married. They may have never had a committed relationship like that. They don't have anybody currently. So seeing their son or daughter flourish in that area of their lives where they may have failed, it can stir up a little bit of jealousy in parents. Because now they're seeing, wow, they're succeeding while I was not able to succeed. So not saying that's the case, but it's possible. Parents can be jealous of their kids. I've seen it, and just something to be aware of. Not saying that's your mom again, but it's just something to keep in the back of your mind, that this person could be trying to hold you back from your potential mate in life because they don't want to see you succeed where they may have failed at. Again, not saying that's automatically your mom's situation, but it's possible. All right. And another thing too is a lot of parents, man, they feel entitled to try to dictate your life just because of who they are in your life. And that's something you have to definitely be aware of and wisely navigate through that. And tell your parents respectfully that, with all due respect, you are not a child anymore. You don't need them trying to hover over you and keep hanging that title of parent over your head. They'll always be your parent. That's never going to change. But you also have, again, like I said, a life you have to also keep in balance and maintain. You have other people involved in your life. And it's a lot harder when you are depending on your parents for something. Like you said, you live in your mom's condo, right? That you pay her rent for. So sometimes we can feel a little bit obligated to come running at their beck and call just because we may depend on them for something, versus having our complete independence. Now, when you have complete independence, different story. But when you rely on a family member for something, whether it be you're renting their car, you're renting their house, living with them rent free, then you feel all the more obligated to satisfy them all the time. But you don't live there for free. You pay rent. So you have a say-so in how you move. So do not I'm not saying that's the case with you, but, do not feel obligated like you have to always satisfy her every demand, because you're not living there for free, so keep that in mind as well, man. But also, your parents' happiness is not your responsibility. I get it. They may feel lonely at times, but it's up to each individual to find their own happiness. You can't please everybody all the time and make everybody happy all the time, because you may grow to resent her for that. let's just say, for example, like you allow your mom to run your life. You allow her to, steer you away from your boyfriend every time you want to go spend time with him. She's always trying to compel you to come and spend time with her all the time. This guy grows tired of that. You also said in your email that you understand a lot of guys probably couldn't put up with that. And he's a special case. He's putting up with he's putting up with a lot of things that a lot of guys probably wouldn't. So let's just say you allow your mom to dictate your life, to steer you away from him, and to, get you to devote all your attention to her and your time with her. And this guy grows tired of that and he eventually leaves. Don't wish that on nobody, but just saying. As you get older, you are going to grow to resent your mom for that. Trust me. Especially if you don't come across anyone else that's like that guy. You look at him as the one that got away. As much as we like to honor our parents, which is important, honor your mother and your father, respect them. But at the same time, you also have other people in your life that matter to you as well. Your potential mate. Once you get married, that person definitely comes first. So if you get married to this guy, your mom is going to have to understand that she's going to have to take a back seat to that relationship. Your husband comes first. Bar none. He comes first. And that's something you ought to get. You ought to get that ball rolling now when it comes to her understanding that, because it looks like you and this guy are headed in that direction. So she's going to have to understand that time and place, man. She cannot always get your attention when she wants it. She's going to have to know when to come second place sometimes, because you have a life to live. You have other obligations, other people in your life, like I said 100 times over. So that's something you're going to have to get an understanding with your mom on, and have a talk with her, like I said, respectfully, and hope that you guys can come to terms with that, respectfully and peacefully. But yeah, another thing lastly, man, is that I understand you're not going to be 25 years old forever. And I hate to say it like this, but it's just real. It gets harder for women as they age to find that suitable mate, i.e. your mom's situation. Because most men, they're not looking for 35, 40-year-old, 50-year-old women once they become successful. They're looking for women who are coachable, who are much younger than that, younger than 30. Maybe 25, 30 years old, whatever the case is, maybe a little younger than that, 22, 23. Most men are looking for younger women, the more successful they become. They're not looking for older women. So strike while the iron's hot. You're 25 years old. You're in your prime. You're at your peak. You ought to be getting those things together now, getting your life together now when it comes to finding a suitable partner, which you seem to have already found one that has potential. So you cannot mess that up just to try to please your mom every single time that she requires you to spend time with her. It just don't work like that. I say you love her, and like you said, she got heart problems, she's getting older, but I get that. But that don't stop life. We all have the same situations in our families. We got family members who get older, who got health problems. That's what comes with life. Unfortunately, it comes with life. But look, spend as much time with your mom as you can. But at the same time, she has to also understand that she also sometimes has to take a back seat. She can't always have first place in your life. You're a grown adult. You don't need your mom like you once did. You don't need your mom like you once did when you was 10, 11, 12 years old. You're 25 years old. You're a grown woman with wants, desires, needs, and she has to understand that. I mean, there's really no other way for me to say it. I got a story about that, and I'm in this video. I have a cousin on my mom's side of the family who is 60 years old now, about 60, 61 years old. And my aunt on that side of the family, my eldest aunt, she is, she's a narcissist, man, a control freak. It seemed as though no one was ever good enough for my cousin when she was younger and was trying to date. My aunt knew how to pull the strings, and she was a puppet master, basically. And my cousin, always being under her thumb all throughout her youth, grew older, and she even tried to move out. I think she tried to move out once, came back home because she just couldn't be by herself. Her and her mom is like this. They're super, super close. But in my humble opinion, I feel like that was kind of a manipulation tactic, man, because everything that girl did, she always had a say in it. I always feel like she had to assert herself as her mom throughout her life. Now she's 60 years old, without a husband, without any kids, still living at home. Is that what you want your life to look like? I mean, I say all that to say that, yes, you love your mom. You respect your mom. That goes for anybody else. You love your parents, you respect your parents, as you should. Honor them. But at the same time, you are also now an adult. You have your life that you have to be responsible for, keeping in balance, keeping those around you happy, because especially when it comes to a mate, because good ones don't come by very often. So you find a good one, especially somebody who you're looking to marry. Your parents gonna have to learn that you are no longer the dependent child that you once were. That now you're a grown adult, you have wants, you have needs, you got responsibilities now. You have other obligations. That's hard for a lot of parents to let go because they'll never stop seeing you as a little child that once needed them so much. But you are no longer that little child. So you have to learn to balance and understand that you cannot always make everybody happy all the time. Sometimes you may disappoint your mom when you can't spend time with her. I mean, that's just too bad. Because you also have a possible fiance, or, potential fiance that you also have to keep happy. I mean, it just is what it is. You're only one person. You can only do so much. So keep that in mind, all right? But anyway, Surfer Girl, thank you again for the video topic request. I appreciate it. Shout out to you again and your family. I hope that what I said was very helpful and that you put some of it to use, if not all of it. And same goes for the rest of you guys who found the video helpful. And if you did, man, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, hit me up in the comments if you wanted to share anything pertaining to your life on this topic. I would appreciate that as well, all right? And until next time, you guys be blessed and take care. This is your big brother, Big Mike, checking out, man. Peace.